Now let's get into the main solo. We'll do this in small sections and then put it all together after we've learned all of the sections. So here's the first piece. Starting off on the G string, 16th fret, hammer on 16 to 18 2 times, slide 16 to 14, hammer on and pull off 14, 16, 14, slide back to 13, bend up a whole step from 14, this is all on the G string. After doing that bend of a whole step from the 14th fret, we're going to grab 15 on the B, strike the G string and release that bend. So that phrase once again. And here's the next phrase. 1, 2, 3. So here we start off on the 14th fret of the D string, G string, 12, 14, back to 12, 14D, 12G. So far we've done this. Now on the G string, 11, 12, 11, 14, 12 on the D, stay on the D string now, strike 12 again, back to 14, 12, 11, 12. Okay, so once again, here's the phrase we just learned. Starts on the and of 3. 1, 2, 3. Next phrase also starts on the and of 3 and sounds like this. 1, 2, 3. So here we slide into 16 on the A string, 14, 16 on the D, stay on the D string, hammer on 14, 16, pull off to 14, slide back to 12. Strike 14, strike that again, slide up to 16, back to 12. So far we've done this. Now we're going to play 16 to 12, also on the D string. Play those 2 notes 3 times. Okay, so once again, here's the phrase we've just learned. 1, 2, 3. Now let's take a look at the rest of the solo. 1, 2, 3. So the final section of this solo starts off with what's known as sweep picking. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come across on the 12th fret on the top 3 strings, and I'm going to pick upwards here. And then I'm going to play 12 to 14 on the D string. And on the recording, it sounds pretty wild. I think Jimmy is using an octave fuzz pedal on the solo here. So he's not only got a fuzz effect, but he's also got an octave effect going on. So a lot of crazy things can happen. So along with this technique and that effect pedal that he's using, the sound is pretty crazy. So sounds like this. Here's what we've done so far. Now we're going to continue, play 11 to 12 on the G string. Jump up to the high E string, 14, hammer on and pull off, 12, 14, 12, 15 B, 12 high E. Here's what we've done so far for this section. Now we're going to hammer on 14 to 15 on the B, 14 on the B, 12 to 14 also on the B, hammer on and pull off, 12, 14, 12, And the final little piece, we're going to bend a whole step from the 14th fret of the G string, and then grab 15 on the B string, and then strike those two strings together. So here's that last piece of the solo, once again, from the sweep picking section. All right, so why don't we go back now and try and put all of these pieces together. I'm going to put an effect on the guitar now so it'll sound something like what Jimmy was using. I'll have a little octave and a little fuzz, a little delay, a lot of stuff going on. So here's the entire solo. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, well, there's the intro, the verse, and the solo section for Purple Haze. So there are many of the highlights. Have some fun with that.